Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Ramblin' Wreck exclusive. As usual, I'm Kyle Tait, joined today by head coach Danny Hall for a post-draft look at how the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are shaping up. Of course, last night was the signing deadline for the MLB draft. A couple of players signed, a couple ones didn't. Let's start off with the Georgia Tech Friday night ace last year, Deck McGuire. You know, it came down to the last minute with Deck McGuire with the Toronto Blue Jays. Was there ever a thought in your mind that maybe Deck might return for a senior year on the flats?
No, there wasn't. But when you see it go that late, at night that he doesn't have a deal done, I mean, you start to maybe wonder a little bit. But in talking to him, I just felt like he was going to get a deal done. I know he wanted to go out and pitch, and he texted me a little bit before midnight. I texted him back, just said, "Hey, congratulations." Told him I was proud of him, and haven't talked to him today, but I look forward to talking to him.
All right, now talking about some of the prospects coming in. First off, one of the biggest questions about next year's team is the catching situation. Alex Levisky, the pick by the Indians, he's from Ohio. That's his hometown team. He was drafted by them and ended up signing out of high school instead of coming to Georgia Tech to play college ball. So the catching is going to be a little bit short next year. What's the answer for that?
Well, Zane Evans. I mean, Zane is very good in his own right, and I thought had a great summer catching for the East Cobb Yankees. And when we recruited him, we thought we would catch him and pitch him, but pitching's going to have to take a back seat this year because we're going to rely on him, to do the bulk of the catching. And so we've got Zane, and then, Matt Skoll got some reps there last year. He's going to have to get a lot of reps in the fall. And then we're going to have to search and try to find somebody else that's on our team that possibly can help us catching.
All right, a couple of big prospects didn't sign with a big league team. Of course, the pitching prospect, Matthew Grimes. How do you plan on using Grimes here on the flats in his freshman year?
Well, I think Grimes is a guy that at the worst could end up being a midweek starter, and at the best could end up being on our weekend rotation. I think he's very talented, going to do nothing but get better. And I know Coach Kinkelaar put a lot of time in this summer, just staying in touch with him and letting him know how much we wanted him and needed him. And that's a great get for our program to get him in here.
And another guy, Devin Smethurst, he did a lot of pitching in high school, but he's also a good position player. How do you plan on using him primarily?
You're going to start out. I mean, he's got a chance to play every day in our outfield. I think he not only is a good outfielder, he's maybe one of the best athletes that we've had here in a long time. He's got a great arm, so we'll continue to work with him, try to develop his pitching skill, but I think he's going to have an immediate impact on our team as an outfielder.
All right, now it's very far off. I mean, the draft just, the signing deadline was last night. Baseball doesn't start until February, but can you give us just, what's in your mind right now as the depth chart going around the infield and into the outfield, just who you think your starting 8 are going to be in the position areas?
Well, I think right now that Evans would be the catcher. First base, it could be several people. I got to decide what I'm going to do with Matt Skoll. I think his future would be probably playing first base and maybe catching. So you could see him, playing some at first. We've got a new kid that was drafted, Daniel Palka, who I think could also play some first base. Second base, we got Esch returning, and I got to decide what I'm going to do with him. Am I going to keep him at second, or do I possibly flip him to shortstop? I think a lot of that would be determined on how Connor Wynn, who had a very good summer, how he plays and what he looks like this fall. Mott Hyde, who we recruited to come in and play shortstop. So one of those three guys is going to have to win that shortstop job. And then you maybe think that one of those other guys, whoever doesn't win it, could end up playing second. But in saying that, I've got Alex Cruz sitting there, who's a very good infielder. And I've also got Chris Triplett, two guys that I think are talented as well. And then at third, if I move Skoll, Chase Butler, I think, is a natural third baseman and a great player. So I think he could easily be our third baseman. Outfield, I think Brandon Thomas had a great summer. He's the one outfielder that's back. I think that Kyle Wren is a natural center fielder and a very much a prototypical leadoff hitter. Smelter, I think, could get in that mix somewhere. And then I think one of our freshmen, Paul Cronenfeld, is a very, very good-looking athlete, good hitter. But that outfield is just whoever's hitting usually is who's going to play. So, and that didn't give you a solid 8, but it gives you maybe who I think can get in the mix before we ever throw a ball around this fall.
just an idea, and plenty of time still for practice to answer those questions. Coach Hall, thanks a lot for joining us. That's Coach Danny Hall here for the Georgia Tech baseball team on a Rambler Rec exclusive. Until next time, I'm Kyle Tait.